One Nigeria is currently happening to everybody who ever believed in that word, the so-called one Nigeria. It will happen to everybody, and it's beginning to happen to everybody one after the other. From the north to the west to the east, the middle belt, and everywhere. And the so-called south-south. Like I've always maintained, that word is a very useless word. There is nothing like south-south. I'll be giving you different examples today, different examples of how this thing is affecting all Nigerians. But don't forget, once upon a time in this country, listen, sit back and listen to me. Once upon a time, the Yoruba, the Igbos, and the Hausas, they were not joined together. Think back and reflect. Once upon a time in Nigeria, you were never one nation. But before I start going to my main topic for today, if you are watching for the first time, you are seeing me here, kindly subscribe to this YouTube channel, on notifications, drop your comments, click the like button, like, and also share this video. Don't just watch. As you are watching, also like and share this video. 35 human beings are being killed by bandits in Zamfara State. 35 human beings, 35 separate human beings are being killed by bandits in Zamfara. The reason why was because they didn't have money to pay ransom. Many of them were captured and they imposed 1 million naira ransom each on every one of them. The ones that paid, they spared them. The ones that did not pay, then they were slaughtering them right in the front of the eyes of those that paid the ransom. Let me go back. This is what happened over the weekend in Zamfara, northwestern part of Nigeria. But let me go back. Once upon a time in this country, we are not like this. The Yoruba, the Igbo, the Hausas, we are never together. That means we were never meant to be together as one in Nigeria. At that particular time, the Igbos were doing well on their own. The Yorubas were doing their own. The Fulani, the Hausa, everybody was on their own. Not until somebody just came without the input of the indigenous people, joined Southern and other protectorate together and called this one Nigeria. I'll be giving you different examples. There are many different examples to this. The British failed in the eastern part of Nigeria, which you call Igbo land, or if you say Biafra land. They failed. Their indirect rule failed in the eastern part of Nigeria because the Igbos don't have a central authority. They are Republicans. It failed. I'm talking about it failed woefully. Once upon a time, there was something we called Aba Women's Riot. The Igbos does not bow to one man. They believe everybody have their own chi. The chi is God. Go and read and study this Ekumeku. The same thing that failed in Igbo land, when it came to Yoruba land, it was a 50% success under the old Oyo Empire. I'm giving you different examples. In the old Oyo Empire, yes, Yoruba had the king, but then there was Are Ono Kakanfo, who was like the generalissimo, like army general, who does not live in the city. He lived in his, like a military base. Yeah, there were Oyo Mesis, who were like the Senate. How, if they don't want this king anymore, they just present to him a calabash and he must commit suicide. That was the Yoruba way then of impeaching someone that they don't like. Look at what failed in Igbo land. It was 50% success in Yoruba land. Go to the north, Sokoto Caliphate. It was 100% success. Simply because they believe that the king is not just a king, he's also a spiritual authority. Now the question is, then how then are we one in this country? And what makes us one? Whenever I say, and I always repeat, I don't believe in the unity of Nigeria. I've always been severely attacked by different people. But look at what always happened after it. 35 human beings were killed in Zamfara over the weekend. 35 human beings by the so-called bandits. And everywhere is quiet in the north. Good luck, Ebele Jonathan. He said under his government that there are Boko Haram in his government. He said it. And then we saw what happened under Jonathan's government. We saw Jonathan, he brought in Ejirika, an Igbo man who was doing well against Boko Haram. Other people came, they were crying that Jonathan wanted to take revenge for what the North did, or what Nigeria did to the Igbos during the Biafran Civil War. Go back and read your history. Drop your comments if you are watching. Also like and share. A Yoruba lady who was an Air Force, who was killing bandits and bombarding them. Look at how she died in Kaduna under a mysterious circumstances. Then how then are you one? Then what makes us one in this country? I've been attacked brutally over what I believe. That we are not one and this country is not a nation. It's just a geographical entity. I always align with on that Nigeria is just a geographical entity, that we are not one. But every time I've made this statement, I've always been attacked. These things are they not validating themselves again? Somebody said in the north that an attack against Boko Haram is an attack against the north. All of you were in this country. Boko Haram themselves, when they wanted to negotiate with Jonathan, they put the name of a former Nigerian leader. It was there. Boko Haram, one of them, was eating with a politician in this country, in his own home in Abuja, and then, while he was a governor. These are the things that I bring to you. Let us reason, let us think like human beings. How did they grow stronger? Awolowo said, the child of the poor who you have refused to train, they will not allow your own children to rest. Another example, look at how the Igbos developed themselves after the Civil War, even while they were not in power. They introduced this apprenticeship system of you come and learn work, learn trade under the Igbo people. After 5, 6, 7 years, 8 years, the oga settles you. He gives you a shop and market. Then you go and become somebody of your own self. Imagine if the Igbos will also have that mentality of the northern people. Who do that? Where are they going to be today? Yoruba people also have their own way of learning work, not like the Igbo people. You come to learn work, then you do freedom, then you go. These are the ways to eradicate poverty. Not breeding almajiris, not breeding children who you cannot train. You don't send them to go and beg in the streets. These are the children who later become the problem of the country. And you should also not forget that the Fulani are not indigenous to this country. They are not. Yorubas are indigenous. The Igbos are indigenous. The Hausas are indigenous. The Kalabari, the Nupes, Ebira, Idoma, Igala, these are indigenous. The TV, the Urobo, the Shekiri, the Fulani came to Nigeria in the 18th century, led by Usman Dan Fodio, who came to say they want to prefer Islam. They brought in jihad. Now they have dominated the north. How many governors in the north are truly Hausas? Almost all of them are Fulani. These are lessons. And I said, whoever removed history from school is a wicked person. They remove that history, not allow people know where they are going or where they are coming from. And if you don't know where you are coming from, there is no way you'll ever know where you are going. People don't even have a sense of purpose, no sense of idea, no ideas, nothing. They don't even have a sense of purpose anymore. These are the things we have always spoken about. These are the things we always educate Nigerians on. But what do we get in return? It's to insult, it's to malign. If Yoruba were to be a nation today, there is no way Fulani will come to my place, Abeokuta. If there is a Biafra today, there is no way Fulani will go to Imo State. But look at how they are doing Red Life Center, killing people, main people taking over their farms, raping their women, burning down churches in nooks and crannies of an indigenous place. These are the issues. Don't attack me. Attack what I've just said. Don't comment. Leave me alone. Attack what I've said. If you believe in one Nigeria, God bless you. That's your opinion. But then you must always pray that may Nigeria not happen to you.
Nigeria has violated the law of the Biafrans, which we can no longer back out. And one of the protest reasons is this: Mazen Nnamdi Kanu must be released. So he should be a free man because he has not violated the law of anybody. He stands on his ground and is fighting for his rights. Then the people that are killing people, committing crime in Nigeria, the criminals in Nigeria are working freely. But Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is facing court all the day. And they are giving him injustice in Nigeria. Likewise, Simon Ekpa. Now, that was one of the reasons why the protest took place so massively. But that's just the beginning. Then another reason is this: Biafra must be recognized. It is not a game, it is a reality. And it is something that, as it stands now, is something that must stand. And it have already standed. Yes, Bola, the late Muhammadu Buhari said something. He said that he will teach Biafra the language that we understand.
But I said that while he was alive. He said, let me just. Buhari said that these young boys who call themselves IPOB members, they did not experience any civil war. That was why they are disturbing Nigerian government. Buhari now continues. He said that he will teach the Biafra people. Probably that's why he brought the python dance and all those things to the southeast. Do you think now that he is dead?
Buhari give them. Buhari say he will teach them that they be no witness.
Yes.
Are you trying to tell me that the people that they teach that witness Biafran civil war, yes, they are all dead? They have all died.
He said IPOB are very young people.
No, IPOB are not young. IPOB are what is the meaning of IPOB? Indigenous peoples of Biafra. And who are the people that fought to the war that time? Was it not Biafra? So how come he becomes young? Now, he that taught them in the language to understand, where is he now? The same language I met up with him is now in the grave. And his generation will end there soon. Yes, anybody, and I still stand to declare, to say it again, whosoever be it who that stand against Biafra, that stand the actualization of Biafra, the earth will open and receive that person soon, sooner than the person could expect. The earth will open and swallow you. You cannot swallow that. Biafra is something that you cannot swallow. You cannot silence it. Whosoever, I repeat, whosoever that dares to silence Biafra must be silent, and that person must be silent. Generation must be silent in the name of Jesus, and so shall it be. Yes, enough of this nonsense. If mighty Allah can walk freely, herdsmen are walking freely, committing crimes, raping and killing, then you say those ones, you cannot teach them a lesson. You cannot give them a language to understand. But the people that are peacefully are the one you are going to teach a lesson. That same lesson, the earth will teach you. Your generation will cry for you, and you become a vain vagabond.
But we've seen many Igbo people too. At least we have seen many people on the street here. That Igbo man who is a chief now, he said that it is time for the Igbos to forget Biafra and target presidency so that they can be integrated back to the Nigerian society. Though so many people still disagree with him. What do you have to say? Do you think that the propaganda man is making sense? He's saying that it is time, leave Biafra, wherever is gone, and then focus on getting presidency, and then having seaport, having railway, and having international airports back to the eastern part of Nigeria.
Now I put it to you. Since 1960 down to 66, after during the coup, and after the coup, the war. Then after the war in that ended up in 70. Calculate 1970 to date is over 50 years. That is 50-something years. What stopped those seaports you are talking about? The railway you are talking about. Why is it that they did not do it since that time up till now? Is it now the old man, now his senses come that they should drop their agitation before this thing will not happen? That means he doesn't know what he's saying. That is a Fulani incubator. It's not the original Igbo man. And let me tell you again, what
does that mean?
They don't chop them. They don't chop them. Now in cops just the waka. That's what it means. Now listen good again. This Biafra of a thing. You are talking about presidency. Ever since Yoruba and the Hausa of Fulani have been ruling Nigeria, does it bring any change? You are talking about bringing the Igbos into society. What kind of society? This kind of society? No, I'm asking, is it this kind of society that Nigeria is into? That you want Igbos to come and join in stupid politics, criminal politics, money laundering politics, sharing of blood politics, stealing politics? Is that the kind of a society you want to bring the IPOB, the Biafrans, into? When we now join it, that's when we become a good citizen. No, I prefer being a bad citizen and leave a good legacy. I want to leave a good legacy. You understand? I prefer good legacy than becoming joining a bad legacy like this one that Nigeria are doing. And let me tell you this: if you believe, and I see some rumors going and flying, if you think that by giving Peter Obi presidency we make Igbos to back out, to Biafra not to back out, Baba, you are making a huge mistake. You have denied Obi before. Please, Kukuma hang Obi. We don't need presidency. Who presidency help? The people that have been having presidency, are they not crying? No, excuse me. Is it not Bola Ahmed Tinubu that is in power now? Is Yorubas eating more than the Igbos? I'm asking. Is Fulani eating more than the Igbos? Is everybody, is them not crying? So what is the sense of saying you want to give Igbo man presidency? So what does it stand to change? What impact is it stand to create or impact in Eastern region? Baba, you people should stop all those propaganda. And what is the extent that? What is the assurance that if actually Igbos back out from this, Biafra of a thing, that truly Nigeria will fulfill their promise? Remember all these things they promised before, up till now. Ever since, let them stop promising, let them stop acting. Let them start acting. Seeing is believing. Action speaks louder than voice. Let them stop all